Welcome in, everyone. This is the FloTrack podcast. I am Kevin, wearing blue. He is Gordon, also wearing blue. We are previewing the Zurich Diamond League meet today. It actually starts today. Got a few field events in addition to the men's and women's 5,000, but the majority of the meet takes place on Thursday. We will recap that one live after the after the meet at 3 p.m. Central. Correct, Gordon? 3 p.m. One more
Yeah, I
3 p.m.
think so. If it's not 3,
Okay.
it's 2. If it's not 2, it's 4, somewhere around there.
How you doing?
I'm not doing good, Kevin. I'm not doing good at all.
Uh-oh. Anything you want to
I
go into, or you want to
burned
save that for the subscriber pod?
No, no, no. I burned the roof of my mouth last night eating pizza,
Mm.
and it hurts.
Wow.
I don't know why we never learn to not do that again. It sucks. Yet we still continue to burn the roof of our mouths. Like, we never learn that lesson. There's never been a time when, like, that's the last time I'm going to do that. We continue to do it because we're really
Yeah.
bad at temperature checking our pizza when we eat it.
Is it peeling yet?
Thing. A little bit. It's just painful. It's annoying. I just want it to end. So, but I'm gonna work my way through it. I can do a podcast with a burned mouth for the people. How are you doing, Kevin?
I thought that was a metaphor. I thought it was going to go in a different direction, but you literally just burned your mouth on pizza. That's it.
Yeah, it sucks. Have you ever burned your mouth? Yeah, you have. It sucks.
Oh yeah, I cut my finger yesterday cutting potatoes. Not too bad though. My main issue right now is the allergies. That's my main annoyance, but nothing you can do about that.
Nothing you can do about that. This podcast is
What
starting
time
off
was it?
strong.
A good pizza? Was it a good pizza at least?
It was a weird pizza. It was a flatbread pizza with Alfredo sauce as the sauce instead of tomato sauce, and then sausage, bacon, and olives. So it's a pizza probably only I would eat. It's a weird pizza.
Wait,
but it burned my mouth.
does Alfredo sauce reach a higher temperature than tomato sauce? Is there something to that?
Maybe. Because it didn't look like it was calm. It looked like it still had a little boils in it. You know, it's a little bubbling.
Gotcha.
And I was just like, I'm hungry. I'm eating. And then,
yeah. All right. Well, this is the FloTrack podcast, everyone. We talk about track and field, cross country, road racing on the show. If you're joining us live on YouTube, feel free, drop a comment on the chat. Tell us what you're looking forward to seeing at the Zurich Diamond League. Shout out to Tampa Eagle. Always with the good mornings in the chat. I appreciate that. Trying to start off everybody's day on a solid note. If you got a question, comment, something like to say, throw it in the chat. If you're listening after, like if you're not watching live, say you're listening to this while you're doing dishes or going for a run, just yell your question out loud or your comment out loud wherever you are. No one will hear you, but we may touch on that topic anyway, and you might think Gordon and I have special powers.
Cold might hear.
Someone, yeah. If you're in Austin, Texas, or thereabouts, one of us might hear what you're saying. Okay, let's jump into this. So we got the 5,000s today and on Wednesday as we're recording, and then we got the rest of the running events on Thursday. The way I look at this meet, Gordon, Diamond League finale, there's a couple meets after this weekend, but really this is the last one, the last big one. Someone might pop something over the weekend, but this is the last big one. And when I was going through and looking through these start lists, I divided them into two categories, and some of them are in between, and it's worthy of a debate, which is what we could talk about here. Some of these are 2022 races, and some of these are 2023 races. And what I mean by that is some of these are going to basically serve as the logical endpoint of 2022 for whatever reason. Either the field is really good, or there's one compelling storyline that you think you'll get an answer to. Or on the flip side, it's a 2023 race where the result of that race kind of has more meaning moving forward than it would about 2022. So I'll give you an example. I think the men's 5,000 is a 2022 race, in part because it's an opportunity for Grant Fisher to really put an exclamation point on this season. He's got American record after American record after American record after American record. He's got the big PRs. He didn't get a medal at the World Championships, but he was in it in both races. What he needs now is that big Diamond League race victory, and this is his opportunity. The time is completely irrelevant to him at this point because he has the 12:46. He's got the fast 3,000. He's got the fast 10,000. He's got all that. But I think for Grant Fisher, a win here would be extra significant when you look at who else is in this field. All totaled, Gordon, you got 7 guys who have run sub 12:55 this year. A lot of big names: Barega, Krop, Kajelka, Labalu, Aragawi, Kip Career. The names go on and on there. So this would be an example for me of a race that really does mean something within the context of 2022, because we're going to be talking about Grant Fisher's 2022 for years to come. It's been that good.
Yeah, I may be wrong, but this race, it's not on a normal track, right?
Correct. But I'm still, which is another reason why it's a 2022 race, right? Because you're not going to go into 2023 being like, well, on that strange Zurich 300 or 512 meter track, whatever it is. Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you. This is a 2022 race. I do think this is Fisher's one opportunity to kind of really capitalize on this season he's having, because he doesn't have that world championship medal. But if he has a Diamond League final victory with all these records, I think that is arguably, it's not equivalent because a world championship is a world championship, but it's as close as you're going to get. And it's a good field. There's a bunch of great Ethiopians, great Kenyans in that field. There is no Jakob Ingebrigtsen, which you could argue is like the one elephant in the room. But I mean, Barega is good. Krop is good. Aragawa is good. So there's some really good athletes in here. And just because there's no Ingebrigtsen doesn't mean a win here isn't valid. Because there are some other Diamond League finals where winning that, it's like, you're only winning that because Sydney's not there. Or you're only winning that because, Curly's not there or something. So, but in this situation, if Fisher can pull it off, and I think he has a chance. I mean, it's a weird track. He's clearly has the talent with all these guys. He's been in the final 300 meters in the 10K, 5K in that fast Diamond League a week ago. He can do it. But here's the question:
300, 100, 100. He's been in it with the last 100 in all these big races. Will
he actually do it? Will he actually win? We know he can. No one's arguing against that. But will he?
I think you'd have to put him behind Krop. Krop just beat him, right? And then you'd probably say one of that other group is probably going to have a solid race between Kip Career, between Aragawi, who's probably going to get the pace going, or Barega. I'm going to pick him third.
So he won't do it then?
I think he's not the fit. It's too good of a field. If he does it, I think it's legit. It's a legit cherry on the top of the Sunday performance for Grant Fisher for 2022. So, I mean, if he was the clear favorite and he did it, it wouldn't mean as much. But the fact that I think he is not, if you're getting the betting odds on here, he wouldn't be the favorite, right? There would be no place that would tell you Grant Fisher would be the favorite. At best, he would have the second best odds because you'd have to put him behind Krop because of Krop just beat him head to head. But I think more than likely he'd be in the 3, 4, 5 range. I'm going to say he gets third.
Yeah. I mean, see, in this podcast, sometimes I like to just like go for it and be like, fuck it. He's going to win. Or like, fuck it. Record's going down.
24
But I'm learning from my takes that I should be a little more cautious. And so as much as I want to say, screw it, Grant Fisher's going to win.
No, stay on brand.
No, I can't. I want to be right this time. I want to be right.
Yeah.
Say
what you believe. We should do an episode where it's just none of it are takes that we believe. Like it's a total Skip Bayless situation, but we just defend them vociferously.
Oh, I can do that. I can defend anything.
Yeah. Yeah, we come up with the worst ones.
Like why?
What do you got in
Like,
finishing?
I think second. I think he finishes second.
Okay. Right
I
on.
think we're gonna be like, oh, it's happening, and then it's gonna be second. I think we're just not there yet. I think he's a year away. I think he's gonna start winning some races in 2023.
The Brits would call him a nearly man. Is that what you're saying? He's always close. Always close. All right. Women's side of things, I would say the women's 5,000, I would say that's more of a 2023 race. Yes, we get Sifan Hassan and Gudaf Sagaya, but we don't, because Hassan got such a late start to the season, I don't really know what a victory against her means. We saw Monson run really well and finish in front of her. Also, this race is missing Nian Saba. So to me, globally, this race is more about, is Hassan going to continue on a trajectory for 2023 that makes her a gold medal favorite again? Or does she still have another rung or so to climb before we get to 2023? So guys entered in both too, the 5 and the 15 too, which is an interesting little wrinkle. She's going for the double, which I like, because a lot of people aren't even singling in this meet. So shout out to Sagai for doing both. But I would say this is more about setting up for next year than about this year specifically.
Yeah, especially around Sifan Hassan, because we saw what she was at Worlds and we're like, all right, she's still coming to the form. And then we were like, all right, it's coming. Like, she ran well. What was it at the Chorzo meet, winning that race, that 3K in 8:39, and they were like, all right, it's coming. The Hassan of 2019 is here.
Yep.
But then she got fourth in the Diamond League in Switzerland, and you're like,
yeah,
wait, I thought old school Hassan was here. And so now it's kind of like, all right, she may be getting better, but she's not 100% the dominant figure she was a few years ago. So as much as I want to think this is a Hassan, win it versus the field, I have to recognize that she might not even finish second. She may finish like fourth. Like she may have just a bad day and not be in it, not be able to close. And Sagai is just going to be able to take the whole thing. So if I had to do a prediction here, I would do Sagai for the win. I would probably put, I don't know, someone else third. I mean, someone else second. I would put Monson fourth and Hassan third. So I put Monson four, Hassan three. A name that we're not planning for getting second, and then Sagai first.
Hassan was so good in 2019 and 2021, right? She was too good just to do one event. And she may not get back to that level again, but she doesn't need to get back to that level to just win gold medals, because she was beyond just one gold medal at that point. Like doing the 15-10 double is crazy. And then even attempting a triple was nuts, and getting 2 golds out of that is just crazy. So will we ever see that Hassan again? I don't know, but she doesn't need to get to that level to get back to winning gold medals. Also, if that was peak, which it's hard to believe you could get any better than that. I mean, what a way to go out, right? That's an amazing, well, two championship run with what she did in 2019 and what she did in 2021. That's like, I'm going to total kitchen sink situation. It's just like, I'm going to do every race. I'm going to do this really ridiculous double that no one's ever done before. And then I'm going to one up it and try to do 3 individual events in the freaking Olympics too. I mean, it's just, you kind of forget with time. And then this year, because she got a late start, she looked just like another top runner. She didn't look like she was this transcendent figure out there. You just forget how good she was in 2021 and 2019.
And when she got third in the 15, you're like, oh, well, she didn't get all 3. Her third place 1500 finish, she went 355.
It was nuts. Yeah,
like she went 355.
Win for it. Yeah, and she lost. One of the people who beat her was the greatest women's miler in history. So it's like, it wasn't as if the competition was weak. So I got that down as a 2023 3 race. Let's keep going here.
Who do you have winning?
Men's. I'm with you. I got Sagai. I got Sagai for the win. Men's 200. I put as a 2022 race. Lyles, Knighton, Kenny Bednarik, and Andre DeGrasse. Mostly because Lyles still has, I think, more historical marks to put up. Not saying he's going to PB, but we've talked about how rare it is for you to go sub 19.5. I think everybody thinks he's capable of sub 19.5. So this is, again, about Lyles just continuing his dominant run in 2022. And it'll be cool. You know, it's cool that we got the podium there, right? So you got Knighton, you got Bednarik. That's awesome. But ultimately, I think this is just about Lyles trying to end this season on a high note. Now, I don't know if he will do that. I don't know if, I mean, he might just run 19.6 and cruise and get the win. But with how good he's been running, we have to be ready for him to drop something crazy.
Yeah. I think it's like one of those things. He ran the 995 pretty easily on Sunday. But I feel like it's going to be hard for him to run this time. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Where did Bolt run his fastest 200s? Were they at World Championships or were they at Diamond Leagues? Or like were they at Global Championships or were they at Diamond Leagues?
Global Championships.
Yeah.
I mean, Berlin.
Yeah.
2009. I
was just asking for a refresher.
I know you've been watching
a decade.
track for. Yeah, I mean, you got Berlin, you got Beijing, you got London, you got Daegu.
It's like, okay,
yeah, it's Bolt. The answer to every Bolt question is always yeah, he did it in the major championships.
Yeah, because he didn't do diamonds that much anyway. But what I'm trying to say is, well, the first world record, that was at a Diamond League, right?
Well, yes, in New York, right. But after that, it was all, yes, correct.
So I'm not crazy.
You're right. Yeah, that was more than a decade ago, so good job. That was more than 10 years ago.
Yeah. What I was trying to say is, I feel like for Lyles to bring like extreme greatness in the 200, he's going to need like to do it in a round situation to kind of get your legs warmed up. Like you run a good 200 and then the next day, 24 hours later, you rip off the fast one. I feel like it's going to be hard for him to rip an extremely fast 200 just like in a one race meet. I mean, he did, I guess, his fastest.
Yeah.
I mean, he ran 19.4 on a one race meet, but I just feel like he's going to run 19.5 high or 19.6 low and just take the win. I am excited though for Kenny B in this race because, as you know, he is the 2023 future world champion in the 200, according to me.
Have you walked that back yet? Speaking
no,
of
I'm going to hold on to that thing. I believe in that. I think Kenny B is going to win the 2023 world championship. Like, I really do.
I love it.
And I think Lyles wins the Olympic title, and then Knighton takes over in 2025.
Man, rotating gold medalists. Love it.
Yep.
All right, women's 2.
But yeah, women's Kenny B hurt? I'm excited to see what he does. That's all I wanted to say about
that. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, women's 2. Shrika Jackson's doubling. So that'll be her second race of the day. Again, shout out to the doublers because there's people who didn't single at all. She should win this.
Yeah.
In a walk. The other big name in there, obviously, is Gabby Thomas, but she's coming back from injuries, hasn't raced much. She ran 100 in Italy, ran 11.5. So I think, it'd be awesome if we got to see in form, peak Gabby Thomas, but she had a long layoff after USA's. Where she ran 22.8 in Poland at the beginning of August. So she's still working her way back there, and Shrika Jackson is at such a high level. So I think this is more about 2023. You're missing too many people in here for it to be anything bigger than that. But
Yeah,
Shrieky
this is
Jackson,
just
who knows? Also, like, I think if this was 2 weeks after World Championships, there would be a lot of Shrieky Jackson world record buzz. And I'm not. Are you feeling the buzz? I feel like I'm
no,
not feeling the buzz as
no.
much.
Buzz is gone.
And maybe
I'm sober.
we're getting lulled to sleep. Maybe we're getting a little bit complacent. Click on. Can you pull up Shrieky Jackson's profile, Colt? Let's see her post worlds results. Let's go down there to check out those results. So in the 100, what did she ran? She ran Monaco, or she went to Italy first. 11-1, then a 10-7. She ran Nakac, then Lausanne, and then Brussels. So the hundreds have been good. What about the 200s? 200s, 21-8, and then 22-0. Okay, mate. Maybe it's gonna be a stealth record attempt, Gordon. Just throwing us off the scent with these 22-second 200s. No, I think that would be a long shot. I'm just kidding.
The field's not good enough for her to have a reason to go that fast. She's doubling, so she's probably thinking, get to win the 200, focus on the 100. I think she's more focused on trying to win the 100 over Shelly Ann.
Well, the 100's first. 100's first.
Yeah, you're more
end.
focused on that because once she gets that win or that's that loss, the 200's like, all right, well, I'm going to win this. All the energy was in that 100. Going to come out here, run 21-8-1 and win.
Gotcha. All right. 200s. All right, now let's go to the 8. Let's go to the 8.
You pick a really fun order. 5K,
Well,
200, 800.
I don't know why I'm going in. I was just thinking about that. Why am I going? Do you want to do the 100 now? Let's just do the 100 then.
No, we'll come back to the 100. Let's do the 800s. Our favorite event.
Keep it in order. I was keeping it in order for Cole. Yeah, I have the women's 8. This is kind of in between. I don't know. I put it as a 2022 race. You got Hodgkinson, you got Mora, you got Lamont, Nakai, Baker, Gould, Herta. You're missing that trio of Americans up front, but you got a lot of the big names. And then on the men's side, you have.
Who do you think's going to win the women's 8? Because we're predicting every race.
Oh, okay. Hodgkinson. How about that?
Yeah, I agree. She's going to win that. Okay.
Men's 8 featuring world champion in the 1500, none other than Jake Whiteman. He's going to try to go to the 800 and win a Diamond League title. However, I think we are going to see, after months and months of struggle, after futility, after adversity of 146 and 145s, I think this is the day the 800 meters fights back. And Emmanuel Carrier is going to say, no, sir, not on my watch. I am going to defend the 800 and its honor. And I'm going to make sure the Diamond League champion is not the 1500 meter world champion. And Emmanuel Carrier gets the win.
How fast?
Probably like a 146.
Oh, God. Your son is up for like a grade. He's going to win it in 142. We're all going to be like, all right.
Oh, no. It'll be disappointing. Come on. Let's be honest here. It's going to be disappointing.
Is anyone going to ask Jake Whiteman? Has there been a quote yet from Jake about why he's not racing Jakob?
I think it's my schedule was set before. But what Carrier should say if he wins, he should turn and look at him and say, yeah, I'm not Ingebrigtsen. Not as easy, huh?
I'm a bit
good line,
faster.
right?
I'm not Ingebrigtsen.
Feel free to use that one. Emmanuel, feel free to use that one.
Well, he could probably say that in a winning and a losing situation. Because if he were to beat him, he'd be like, yeah, I'm no Ingebrigtsen because you can beat him, but you can't beat me. But if he loses to him, you could say, I'm no Ingebrigtsen because you knew that you were going to get a win over me and not him. I don't know. You could say it both ways.
Are you picking Whiteman? You're picking Whiteman, it sounds like.
No, I'm not going to pick Whiteman. I got to have some principle.
Robert? A-Rob?
No, I'm not picking Robert. Robert has lost all of my...
Lost you money.
Yeah.
Bryce Hoppel?
Hoppel, I feel like He's just happy to be there. He got in the final, luckily. Kramer is a no. Don't even know who that is. Sorry, Sweden. Kasey? Wycliffe? Kasasi? No.
Okay.
It's going to be either A-Rop or Courier. You know what?
Do we need to bring
Let's
back the
wild.
prediction
I'm
contest?
going with Marco A-Rop. Marco A-Rop. Oh, Canada. It's going to be Courier. It's just amazing. For those who don't know, I was like the biggest Courier fan. I wrote articles comparing him to David Rudisha, saying he was the next Rudisha. He's going to run 139 when he was at UTEP, all this stuff. And then I just abandoned him. And then now he wins back-to-back global medals. He's probably going to win this Diamond League. I'm still not believing in him. And I think that's what it is. I think I'm the reason he's so good now because I have abandoned his ship and I let him sail solo and he's flying. And I enjoy that. So I'm going to continue to not pick him. I'm going to go with A-Rop, knowing it's going to elevate Courier to another win. But A-Rop is who I'm going with.
You were weighing him down.
I was weighing him down.
All right. Well, he'll be happy to know that, I'm sure.
Who are you going with?
All right. I'm going with Courier. I did my whole thing about Courier. Courier is going to defend the 800s. Listen, 800. If you're listening, you can't let Jake Whiteman go. I know Jake Whiteman's also an 800-meter runner, but he won the title in the 1500. Right? You gotta defend your territory here. Yeah, you can't let this happen. It would be as if Courier jumps in what if Courier ran the 400 and won the 400? Like, you can't let that happen. You just can't.
I was getting a little shit from my take that the 800 is really bad this year. Whiteman winning the Diamond League final is like definitely vindication of me believing that the 800 is shit this year. That the 1500-meter kid can win it. Yeah. So.
It wasn't just you complaining about the 800. It was literally everybody. This was the one thing where you were representing.
No one else was complaining. I think I was the only one. I started it.
No.
I started the trend.
Literally everybody. No, you didn't. We literally
name another person who was complaining about the 800 besides you.
Me. Oh.
You said he would glue his hands to the track. He was so dedicated.
Yeah. Listen, if you looked at the chat, even back in May, the chat saw it coming too. I'm saying you were on the side of popular opinion. That's all I'm saying. So people shouldn't get mad. And everything, you and I talked about this before, basically everything that has happened this year has just furthered that point. Whether or not it was slow times, whether or not it was completely unpredictable races, the prediction contest where literally nobody was able to get the top three. And then you have the 1500-meter champion going and winning a Diamond League race. Like, all that just serves that point of, I mean, where are we at? I know we don't care that much about times, but like, what actually is the world lead here? Let me pull this up for the men's 8.
143 something. Who's going to find it first?
143.52. Max Bergen from June 14th. And he didn't run Worlds because he got hurt.
Yeah.
143.5. So it's been a rough year. I think the 800 is going to need the offseason to get regrouped and get back at it. But we'll move on. All right. Let's just knock out these 4-meter hurdle races. We're missing big names. So I put them as 2022 races. I don't think they're going to tell us anything about the future. You have Dos Santos in the men's side. You have Bull and Muhammad on the women's side. So I guess you're just looking for those top two names, see how quickly they're able to run. But disappointing we don't have McLaughlin here, don't have Warholm, Benjamin, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. I mean, Bull and Dos Santos are going to win.
The picks are obvious, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I would put my house on those two winning. I would put my house on that parlay.
Let's do it.
That's how confident I am. Should I put my house? I'll do it. I don't own a house, but I can put my landlord's house on it.
That's not how housing works. Okay. What do you think about men's 100? The men's 100. Do you think it's more about a this season or because you're missing, Curley, you're missing Jacobs, you're missing Bracey as well now. So it's Bromell, Blake, Simbine, DeGrasse. I don't know what to do with this one. Bromell should win, obviously.
Yeah, it's kind of like a shit race.
It fell apart a bit.
I mean, there's two guys in the. I mean, I guess DeGrasse being in there is good, but like, is DeGrasse 2022 DeGrasse going to be running 9.8s? No, he's season best is 10.05. He's probably going to run 9.9, and that'll be his.
He's got that relay momentum, though. Oh, Canada.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Blake feels like he was a flash in the pan with his 9.8 because he ran that, and we're like, ooh, Blake is back. But ever since that run, he hasn't been the same. Whether it was injury or I think it was injury or something. Prescott, I mean, I don't know. Kyrie King, like, I didn't even know. How did he get into the Diamond League final? What place was Kyrie King
points.
at USA's?
He's got points. Yeah.
I know he has points, but like,
he was.
Kyrie
King
King
final,
wasn't even like eligible for the USA relay team.
Yeah, he was. They shouldn't use him. He got sixth at USA's. Yeah, he was sixth at USA's. They shouldn't. Oh. They didn't. They ran the same team back, didn't they?
I guess he was sixth, but I guess Coleman makes him really seventh because Coleman didn't run the final.
Second at NACAC. Yeah, I mean he's run a bunch this year, but I think you're missing too many people. I don't really know what to do with this one. I think Bromell would take it if the bye wasn't already spoken for with Curly. This would be a big race for the Americans, and also you could say for Johan Blake too. But also, it would be cool to see Oblique Seville in this race too.
Yeah,
or Akeem Blake, the younger guys.
I don't know. Bromell's gonna win.
Yeah,
but as I said, that DeGrasse is gonna find a way to win, and Canada will.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
watch your mouth.
I'll take DeGrasse. I'll go that direction. I'll be that guy.
I'm going with Bromell. Oh, we lost Kevin. So Kevin has been talking about how he's getting this new internet in his home, Google Fiber, and it's already shit. It's not working.
I didn't get it yet. I had to make an appointment. I can't just snap my fingers and get it. Next week. Next week.
Okay.
Okay. Men's 15, you got everybody except Jake Whiteman. So I think this is a 2022 race. This is a perfect ending minus Jake Whiteman for 2022. You got Ingebrigtsen, Horde, Chariot, Kipsang, Kerr, McSwain, Jake Hayward. Bunch of big names. Hopefully none of them scratch. Expect a very competitive race. I don't see Jakob losing, even though it's a competitive race. I don't see it. I see a couple guys who could run really well to finish second. Oliver Hora's already done that. Chariot's obviously proven himself solid. Hold on. Go back. Click on how many races is Abel Kipsang run this year? Can you click on him? How many 1500s is Abel Kipsang run this year? He's got to be on like his 30th mile race. This is just insane how many races this guy's run. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going now, Colt. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This will be his 18th 1500 outdoors.
There's probably a mile in there too.
Yeah. Outdoor mile? Yeah. Go down. Yeah, another mile.
Outdoor mile.
And then 4 races indoors too. So he's probably tired. I think it's Jakob. I got ahead of myself printing super fast times last time they ran. I thought it was going to be, a bunch of sub 330s and even a lot of sub 329s. I expect this to look a lot like Lausanne. Jakob knows how to beat this field. He knows all these guys' tendencies.
I want, is the 800 or 1500 first? What's first? Kevin, is the 8 or the 15 first?
Well, let me look that up for you. I want to say the 15 is first. You want me to double? You want Jake Whiteman to double?
Okay, so the 15 is first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think what's something funny Jakob could do after he wins that's like making a joke about Jake Whiteman not being there. I don't know. Could be something. I have to think about it. Do you think you like turn around and just be like, do the meme, like the John Travolta meme or the Will Smith meme where they're like in the room looking around, like, where's Jake?
Yeah.
He should have a shirt underneath. He should have a shirt underneath his jersey that says "Where's Jake?"
Where's Jake? Okay, that'd be good.
That'd be
That'd
good.
be good. I'd endorse that. Someone's gonna ask him about it. I'm interested to hear what he says after the race. Colt's gonna have that flash quotes button popping on that live show. Just keep refresh, just to see what.
I'll be ready.
All right. Let's see what's next.
So you're going kind of wild. You did men's 100 and men's 15. Should we do women's 100 and women's 15?
Well, I have the women's 15 right here.
Okay,
This is gonna be a great
15.
race. Yeah, this is gonna be a great race. This one is a proper end to 2022. This one is the Diamond League final. Faith Kipyegon, Gudaf Sagai, Laura Muir. You have Watelji, Kira McGee, and just ran 356. Hailu, Mbai, Mishesha, Corey McGee, Heather McLean. Like, this is, if you told someone, hey, this is the last big meet of the year where all the best people qualify for, and they're like, oh, okay, so all the best people show up in every event. You're like, well, not every event, but hey, look at that women's 1500. That one has all the best people. This is it. So I think this might end up actually being the event of the meet.
Really?
Yes.
Do you think anyone can beat Kipyegon?
No, but I still think it's the event of the meet. I'll take out the maybe. It is. This is the event of the meet. I guess you could say the men's 200. Everybody's showing up in that race as well too, but women's 15 so deep.
I mean,
women's hurdles will be good too.
It's hard for it to be the event of the meet when we know the result.
World record though, maybe.
No, it's not gonna be a world record. Come on.
We'll see.
No,
we'll see. I'll bet you $37.
You really think that? Yeah. Don't make a bet.
Oh, I wouldn't bet on it. I think it's a possibility, but I'm not going to bet on it. I just look at this field, man. Look at all those mid 350s out there. I love it. It's going to be awesome. You have Allie Wilson pacing. So hold on a second. It may not be a world record, but you have Allie Wilson pacing. You don't bust out Allie Wilson as a pacer, someone who's run 158 this year multiple times, if you're not serious about this thing going quick. Like, that's you get her on the start line because you don't want just any garden variety pacer. You need someone who goes fast enough. So I think it's going to look a lot like World Championships. I think there's going to be a break early on because Kipyegon's going to go out so fast. And I think the words world record they'll at least cross your mind at some point in the 3 minutes and 50 some odd seconds of that race. She'll be on pace for it a little bit, or she'll drop one split where you're like, oh my gosh, is this going to happen? And she might just do it. She doesn't have to improve by much.
Do you think Heather McLean, who just ran 3:58.76, which is the 7th fastest American all time, do you think she can go higher up with the standings? U.S. record 3:54.99. Number 2 is 3:56.29. Shannon Roberry.
Yeah.
So does she get into the 3:56s? Maybe.
I think she can. It just depends on what happens with the rest of the field. I think everybody respects Kipyegon so much that they let her go, and then you create that second race, and in that second group, who is going to basically serve as the rabbit? Because you're not going to you only have one Allie Wilson. You don't get two Allie Wilsons for this race. You only get one Allie Wilson, and she's going to be up there with Kipyegon. So I think it's going to be hard to keep that going. But gosh, you got a lot of very aggressive runners in here. You do not have a lot of people who are just going to defer. I mean, like, what's Muir going to do? If it goes out in 350 pace, is Muir going to go with that again? It seems like she always does that. Like, she's always up to try it and see how long that she can hang. And does she end up with the crazy PB?
Good money for second or third or fourth?
No, there's a big drop off.
Yeah,
because it's like $30K for the win. You talking about actual money, like money?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's $30K for the win.
So do you think, because Muir ran for the win at Worlds, because she's like, I have medals, like I want to try to get gold. But like, will she maybe run for second in this situation? Be like, just get a guaranteed check, decent amount, knowing she's
12K a
not going to win.
second.
Yeah, it's like, all right, just
30K
run for
is first
12K.
for a second. Yeah, I don't think she cares that much about 12K. I'm just gonna be honest.
How much do you care about 12K?
A lot, but I'm not a medalist. But I care a lot about $37, which for some reason still is not in my Venmo account.
Okay, all right.
I
You know
barely
what?
need it.
All right. Okay, we're gonna do this right now. I'm opening up Venmo. See
Let's
right
keep
here.
it going. No, stay
No,
focused.
no, I'm gonna type your name, Kevin. Do you even have Venmo?
Don't leak your Venmo. Don't show your screen.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Why can't I leak it? Then people will send you money.
No,
Colt,
why do I not want to do that? Colt's my operational security consultant, and if he tells me no,
what is your
say
Venmo?
no.
It's
you
just,
don't have a photo.
It's connected to your bank.
Yeah, I don't believe.
What's your Venmo? I'm trying to do it right now. You could tell me now, or you're not getting the $37.
That's not how cash works. That's not how bets work. All right, let's keep going. Let's do the high hurdles. I have both high hurdles as 2022 races. Men's, because you have Holloway trying to beat Rashid Broadbell, who's got the better of him the last 2 times out. And the women's side of things, it's just super fast, historic year. Amusan, Camacho Quinn, Anderson, Harrison, Tia Jones has been running really well. I mean, I think both the men's and women's races are going to be really good. These would be my other 2. Like, I have women's 15 first, and then the men's 2, and then the 2 women's, or the 2 high hurdle races is my next 2 favorites.
There's a good chance Grant Holloway might lose. That's all I got to say about that.
That was it.
You're going to react to that statement. That was it.
Okay. I mean, well, I let me follow it with this. If he does lose, are you going to say, does Grant Holloway have a Rashid Broadbell problem? Is that going to be the headline?
I will. Clip? That would be the headline. Does he have a Broadbell problem? Like, even Grant Holloway is human. I mean, we've seen him lose too at the Olympics. We've seen him lose random continental tours. I mean, he's so good, and it just makes no sense that he can fall apart in the final 2 hurdles every time. But it is what it is. I think
it's a tough field too. I mean, you got Trey Cunningham in there, and you got Parchment in there. It's going to be a good race. He's going to have to run well.
Yeah.
I think the winning time would be? Well, I think they're going to go sub 13. I think there's too much talent there to not go sub 13. But I could see 4 different guys winning this, which is crazy to say.
Holloway, Parchment, and Cunningham.
Yeah, and I mean, Grant won his last race. I think Grant would still be the slight favorite, but it would be very narrow margin.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Grant.
I'm going to go Broadbell. I'm going Broadbell. I think he's going to win. Yep. I think ride the hot hand.
It's going to be Grant. Yeah, it can't be Broadbell. It can't. It's got to be Grant Holloway.
What do you mean it can't? Yes. It literally has been Broadbell the last 2 times. It's not a fluke. The guy's really good.
I know it's not a fluke, but it's just not this time. Not like this. It's like that Matrix meme. Not like this. It can't go out like this. Grant Holloway's got to go out with a win in the Diamond League.
Broadbell's only 22. He's on the rise. He just turned 22 in August.
Work cut off for him to continue his reign, but we'll see.
The youth movement is alive and well. Women's side of things.
Going with Camacho Quinn is who I'm taking.
Yeah, I'm running it back with Camacho Quinn. Do you want to make a bet on the time again?
No. Do you want my $37? Because I tried to give it to you 5 minutes ago, and you just didn't give it to me. Colt told me not to give out my Venmo on the air, so I'm not going to do that.
You probably can. I just wouldn't. You probably can. I just wouldn't.
I want to be as paranoid as Colt. That's my standard for paranoia. I just feel like if he's paranoid about it, he's Gen Z. I don't know. He knows things. He's on Reddit. He's doing stuff. Who knows?
Everyone's going to look at your transaction history, Gordon, if you leak it. Everyone's going to see what you send to your roommates and stuff. No one wants that.
Yeah. All right, we got 5 left.
I do remember my father finding my Venmo and being like, people know what you're doing with your money. You need to did you know this is public? And there was also a lot of like joke sends that I send to my guy friends, and I use things that we're not actually exchanging anyway. My dad had a lot of questions for me that night.
Did you
There's
set
the
it? You
answer.
can set it to
Yeah.
private. You can set it to private
I
though,
don't
right?
care. I'm sure you can.
Okay.
I don't care if people know what I'm doing with random $20 here and there.
I mean, I feel like most people, they put like at least once they write drug money on there as the description, right? And it's just like the go-to
Yeah.
in every
Yeah.
group. There's one person who says that. Okay. All right. Last five. I have these all as 2023 races because they're all missing somebody. Let's knock out the 400s first. Women's 400. No Miller Weibo. You got Paulino, Williams, Cofield, Candice McLeod. I'm going Paulino. Men's 400. No Michael Norman. You have Karani James and Hudson Smith. I'm going Karani on that. So let me get your men's and women's 400 picks.
Going the same as you. I'm gonna trust
Okay.
Kevin here. Yeah.
Steeple.
No takes. It's boring. There's no Shawnee. There's no Michael. It's like, what are we doing?
I don't see any reason to pick against El Bakali in the steeple. Women's steeple. Missing Geruto in there. Yabi, get it, you a baby. I'll probably go Yabi on that one. But your Coburn's in there. Maybe she can get something going here at the last part of the season. Do you have a pick on the women's steeple?
Yavi and then El Bakali in the men. Yeah. Let's go to the race that we want to talk about most.
Is it
Women's
the women's 1500? We already talked about it.
Women's 100.
Okay. All right. Last one.
Putting up
Women's
all
100.
the steeplechase. Yeah, let's talk about the women's 100. We got it. Steeples are a race that people run. It's cool. Women's 100.
Wow.
Got a big field.
Fraser Price, Jackson, Toulouse, Hobbs, Terry, Richardson, Netta, Kambunji. Tasha Morrison is in there as well too. Are we down to 8 now?
Down to 8.
We were at 9. We're down to 8. Listen, I think it's pretty simple equation to figure out here. If Fraser Price is fully healthy, she wins. If she's not, it's between Jackson and Toulouse.
Really? You think Toulouse has a shot?
Yeah. Jackson would be the favorite, but I think then it would be Toulouse.
Okay. First, let's talk about Fraser Price. Is it over? Like, is it over in that we're not seeing 10-5 from her?
I would be shocked. Not shocked. I would be surprised if we saw 10-5 based on the last race, but I could also see her reverting to where she was before and running 10-6, and 10-6 isn't that far from 10-5. So I don't think it'll be 10-5. I'll just say that. I do not believe it'll be 10-5.
I think I want to rephrase my question.
Go ahead.
Will we see 10-5 ever from her?
I hate it when you do this. This is sort of annoying. I don't know. It's like we're talking about this meet. Can we talk about that in the off season? Can I see what she does tomorrow first?
Yeah, sure. All right. I'll let you get down
that
one. All right.
It's just. I mean, can she improve by 100th of a second? Well, but she run 10-6, right?
True.
It's like, can this person run 1/100th of a second faster? It feels weird to bet against that because she's run 10-6-0, but it just comes down to opportunity. So
and time.
Well, time.
So you're gonna refuse to answer the question. It's fine.
I would say no. Right now, I would say no.
I don't think. I don't think we're ever gonna see it. I think we had our shot. We had that 1 month, 1 week run where she's running all the 10-6s. That was the moment. And the door closed. I think she can still be elite. I think she can still win medals. She can still win gold. But I think maybe the 10-5 may be out of reach. Well, we'll see.
It's funny though.
Tomorrow she does
literally. Well, this is why you do it in the off season, because then you at least have a couple months we're not
That's
immediately
true.
proven wrong. If she does it tomorrow, it would be the ultimate flex after going back up to the 10-7s. But I think for Fraser Price, just a win would be after having some injury issues. I think a win
Yeah.
is enough. The field is good, so she's gonna have to run fast in order to win. It's not as if she's gonna get off with like a 10-9 here. So I just think Jackson's right there to take it. Jackson will be doubling though, but I don't think the 200 earlier in the meet. Or sorry, I don't. This comes first, so forget what I just said. She'll be fine. She'll be fine.
Where do you think Sha'Carri finishes?
I think when she was 5th in Brussels, you look at this field, probably say 5 or 6.
Yeah. You think she's the? What about all the Americans? You think Aaliyah Hobbs beats her? Yeah, right.
Leah Hobbs beat her before, and then Twanisha Terry beat her over the weekend too, because she ran in a race in Italy in Padova and ran 11:25 into a headwind, and Terry was in front of her there. I would say, let me look at this. I'll give you a guess here. Fraser Price, Jackson, Hobbs, Toulouse, Terry. So that's 5. Yeah, maybe 6. So ahead of Nada and Morrison. But I mean, Nada's run 10-9 this year, and Morrison ran 10-8 last year. So yeah, I'd say 6. I'll guess 6.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say 5th or 4th, but it's probably going to be 6th.
Anything above 4, I think, would be good, like surprisingly, like a positive result, like a whoa, okay, that's exceeding expectations. Anything above, like if she somehow gets into the top 3, 4, 5, or 6, I would say is right around the likely set of outcomes. Hobbs, she won that one in Lausanne. She has the capability of doing something, and that's where this could be interesting in terms of 2020, 2023, is if you have, can an American in any one of these events sneak out a win and get a bye where they don't already have a bye? And Hobbs, it would be, things would need to happen. She'd need to get some breaks, but the Lausanne field was in many ways better than this field, and she got the win. Now it required a scratch and a great race from her, but that could happen. We could totally see that happen again. So keep an eye on that too. Keep an eye on the Americans trying to grab a bye, and what that'll mean for 2023.
What do you think is the one event an American has the best chance of getting a bye-in? Because obviously, take out all the ones where we won worlds in. So you had the men's and women's 5K, men's and women's steeple, men's and women's 1500. There's no male in the men's 1500 though, so take that one off.
Yeah.
Men's 8.
Hopple, baby.
Women's 4. There's no, and then the
No.
2s are, and then women's 2, women's 1, and women's hurdles.
Okay, so I think it would be.
Is the men's 5K the best shot?
Yeah, I think it would be Fisher, Monson, Hobbs, Terry, Hopple. I mean, you gotta give him a puncher's chance.
Yeah,
those would be
maybe women's 100 hurdles.
Yeah, and then like a Harrison Ali combo. But because the U.S. has so many other buys, this makes it hard because otherwise men's 200 they're gonna get one, or men's 100, but it's just those I think would be the 5, but I could see them getting none of those. Like the odds are them not getting any of those at all, because that's going to be very difficult. All right, let's see, checking in on the chat. Someone says Gordon do the sub pod. So it's not all Gordon's fault that the sub pod doesn't. It's 50% my fault too, but there'll be a sub pod soon.
We just did one though for August, right?
No, that was July.
Oh, really? No, it wasn't.
Yeah, we were late.
Was it
We were
really
late
a
on
July
that one.
sub?
We need to do one for
Oh,
August.
so we're late on the August one already? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, we got to do a sub pod. We'll do that next week.
A sequel for Gordon's shoes. All in the Game says Shrika in the pre-race press conference said she had a 48.3 target for the 400.
Sharika Jackson?
It's fast. It's fast. Yeah.
It is fast.
What if everybody just decides to run the women's 400 next year? Like Miller Weibo hangs around an extra year. Shrika Jackson goes back and Sydney moves into it. And a thing Mo's like, yeah, let's do this. Let's have a party here.
Or they just cancel every event, and the only event you're allowed to run if you're a track and field athlete is the 400.
What?
We've seen throwers in there,
one
sprinters,
event.
distance people, just one event. It's like you're watching one basketball game or watching one race. Cross country.
Everybody runs
for the 400.
Runs the 400.
A 400, but like a cross country race, that'll be fun.
Field event I'm looking most forward to, men's shot, Krauser versus Kovacs after Kovacs got the win. That's starting actually pretty soon. They're out there now. Wednesday event. Anything else before we go?
No. Live pod tomorrow, reacting to all this chaos.
Yeah.
And then this weekend is a bunch of live events. We have 2 more track meets, one in Bellinzona and one in, where's the other one? Zagreb.
Mm-hmm.
Zagreb? Did I say it? Croatia. Mm-hmm. But also the Great North Run, which is, I believe, a half marathon, right? It's not a 10K, it's a half marathon, right? Half marathon. But it's got Jacob Capilimo, Joseph Cheptegei, Bekele, Mark Scott. So a really good men's field, great women's field as well. That's going to be live on Flow.
Cheptegei scratched though. So
he did?
But yeah, Bekele's in there. I think Barega's in there and Kiplimo's in there. Yeah. Also, he called him Joseph Cheptegei.
Joshua.
Yeah.
Sorry. Joshua, Joseph, Jacob, they're all J's.
There's a lot of J names. A lot of J names in the track and field right now.
Jake, Jakob, like what's going on? What's with all the J's? Mm-hmm. JJ Clark. It all started with him. Speaking of Stanford, let's talk about the cross country situation.
All right. I'm just kidding. Let's leave it there, guys. Thanks everybody for listening, downloading, subscribe to the FloTrack podcast. Thanks to Colt for producing. We'll be back tomorrow to recap the final Diamond League meet of 2022. We'll see you then.